find that kind of interesting. You have that. Let's see. And then you have that. Interesting. Have you ever seen that combination, weird combinations like that, where you will see a weight loss thing and then a restaurant that sells, I don't know, lots and lots of goodies. My chance of crossing this, I don't know. What do you think? You think I can run across? Welcome in, you guys, to Over 50 and Fantabulous. How are you guys doing on this lovely Friday evening? Oh, it's been an interesting couple of days for Grandma. Actually, a couple of crappy days mentally, but other than that, yeah, stuff's getting to my head. Yeah. A few things I haven't told you. Eventually I will. But things get to my brain. Isn't that amazing? I can encourage many. Sometimes things bother me. I'm looking for a break here in this traffic. I think I may have found an opportunity for one end anyway. Let's go. So, anyways, I happen to be out at, let's see, check my time here. Oh, no wonder. It's about 5:21 p.m. And so, of course, I just left the store. Didn't want to bore you and take you in there and do the same thing. So I decided to turn this on after I left the store. You know, I don't know. It's what do I want to say? I can't think of what I want to say. But anywho, you know, the AAA, I'd like to thank my subscriber for, I was thinking about this, and then she left a comment in one of my videos, maybe 6 videos ago maybe, and we're talking about AAA. And so I always receive offers from them. I used to have them. And so what I would do is the first offer is usually for something like $150 or so. So you just wait. And then eventually they send you another offer and another offer. It got all the way down to 49 bucks. So guess what I did today? Yes, indeed. I have AAA for 10 days. Also, I just mailed out, you know, a payment for a year, $49, just for your basic. And also you can include a family member, so you know I put my boy on there. So once the permanent cards come in, said son will have AAA. Yes, indeed. So I went over to the place where I get my oil changed and they do some repair work. And I went in and spoke to the clerk, and she said that they open at 7:30 in the morning. So my thought is to get myself into that bed and set my alarm, get up, call AAA. Yep, it's only a mile down the street, so it's not going to cost me extra. So tow it down there, invest a little bit, just finally get it over with and see. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm thinking I'm going to need the AAA anyway, no matter what I end up with. And I figure if they examine this vehicle and it costs me $50 and they tell me it's a no-go, it's too expensive, well, that's fine, right? So I can turn around, I'll call someone that would take said vehicle, you know, those companies that junk vehicles, and they'll give me $150, $200, right? So it would be a wash, you know, it wouldn't really have cost me anything. It's a vehicle not running anyway. So that is my thought of what I'm going to do. And hey, might as well just be sure just before we give up on this thing, right? Isn't it amazing the things that you can come up with when you're forced to? Yep. Anyway, it's not a sad sack story. It's just I'm just sharing this with you because I don't know. Maybe it'll help somebody somewhere down the line if they're dealing with a similar situation. I don't know. I always think I'm the only one on earth that deals with the stuff I deal with. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, this is a busy time. All right, you guys, I will be right back. Welcome back, you guys. I am sitting here as I walk by the car dealerships, right? Brand new cars. And I'm seeing 29,000, a 36,000, right? So I'm thinking about that. Thinking about the down payment a person, would not be me of course, would have to make. And then the interest. So there you have that. Then you have a house. You got the interest rate, you got your mortgage, whether it's 15 years, 30 years. You got that. Then you got a water bill. Then you have, unless that's included in some weird way, I don't know. Then you got an electric bill. And depending on where you live, if it's included in your taxes or in your mortgage, you've got the refuse, the trash collection. So I'm sitting here, or walking here, excuse me. Well, you know, y'all know what I mean. And I'm thinking, how in the world is the average person affording all this? Maybe I'm living in a weird, small bubble of some sort. And this mortgage company sends me a letter. They say, hey, we know you're done with your Chapter 13. And we specialize in helping folks such as yourself. You want to get a house? Please contact blah, blah, blah. I'm just amazed by that. Oh, I know this sounds kind of silly. Don't you love that? Believe it or not, I have a love for architecture, for old buildings. You know, where you look on the outside and they're like has old-fashioned scrolling, like the 40s. I love that kind of thing. The things back then, the really huge windows and stuff like that, I love that kind of thing. I don't know, if I had to choose, I would probably choose an older house from like the 18s or early 1900s. And the thought is some kind of a nice staircase, you know? Now, that's just me. Some folks like, you know, all the modern amenities. I don't have a problem with modern amenities. But I love the thought of an old-fashioned home and also the porch. The porch with the porch swing. So that either you by yourself can get some solitude early in the morning before everyone gets up, or that same solitude before you go to bed. I like that thought. Had a federal, I think it was a federal style brick home, the wrought iron railing around it, and it had a porch, but it was enclosed. I spent many hours getting up before the whole family would get up. That time, I think it was probably about 7 people. And I love that. I love taking care of them. I especially love Friday nights where you make a buffet style meal and then maybe your kids, with their parents' permission, would have someone come over. You know? And there's the plates, there's your utensils, have at it. And then just fill the sink with soapy water and say, scrape the food off your plates, toss them in there. And then we had 2 living rooms, go into the one living room and sit down on the easy chair and relax, converse, family. I miss that. Yep. Anyways, we're just gonna keep this rolling. I know there's a lot of noise. We're almost there, I can see it. Do you know there are conservatively about 30 restaurants on this road, and I have only been to 2. One being a diner. I had a boyfriend that was addicted to this diner. And the Red Lobster, where he took me for my birthday. 5 years. About 35 restaurants, and I've been to 2. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I was talking to my son. He's going through some interesting things, let's just say. They are not positive. When he goes through negativity, that negativity sometimes will cost me money that I don't have. So guess what? Oh my gosh, I thought it was a motorcycle, it's a truck. Anyway, let me get over to this parking lot where it's a little more quiet. If I could pull a few feet away from this street. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my poor neighbor. It's 89 degrees. It's probably cooler now. It's starting to get cloud covered. 86 degrees now as I look up. And his air conditioning is not working. Oh my gosh. With my hot flashes, I would go to that office with an easy chair on wheels and just go over there and sit down. Okay, it is 86 degrees. And checking on the time, 6:39 p.m. And here we are. Let's turn this thing around. Did you hear in Washington State the minimum wage? How you guys? The minimum wage, Washington State, $15 an hour. $15 an hour. It took me 5 years to get to Like what, $11.45 an hour? My goodness. But then again, maybe the cost of living is higher. Now, I have a friend that is of the opinion that that's a big boo-boo on their part to do that. And I said, well, why? He says, because the cost of living will go up and employers will not be able to afford that wage, so they will let some of their employees go. And I said, oh, they're going to get a twofer. He goes, that's right. In other words, Charlie and you do two jobs. Charlie just started, so we're going to let him go. And you're going to do two jobs for your $15 an hour. So I don't know how that's going to pan out. Anywho, yeah, the barking dogs, my greeting committee. Oh my goodness. Absorbing sweat, if you're wondering. You're probably not. This. Huh. It's kind of. What is that? It's kind of weird. Let's see. Let's check this thing. Okay. It's 80 degrees in here. And what I picked up earlier. Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of looking at my face. I picked up. Now, I usually have the Boca burgers, but I found something kind of interesting. Well, I don't know if it's interesting, but this, I didn't get this brand before because years ago, it was, let's see if I get this right. It was very bland, but now look at this. It's the spicy black bean burger, right? And of course there's the representative picture. Now I haven't tried that one yet, but yeah, as you can see by this being opened, I tried this. It's a new flavor by Morningstar, and it is the roasted garlic and quinoa. I don't know what a quinoa is, but anyway, just see how it's the caloric content and the protein. I want to tell you something. Those things are really good. Yes, indeed. Like my face is shiny as the back of a bowling ball. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to wash this thing. It is full of sweat. Anywho, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I've been feeling, for lack of a better word, I've been feeling pretty freaking crappy. I noticed that every time I do, maybe this is just in my head, but it seems like every time I do a video about the enemy and I'm just trying to encourage somebody, man, the next day or so, psychologically in my head, I feel a little bit screwed with. Not going to make me stop. It's not going to make me stop. Something was trying to make me stop, and I won't. It's kind of like, it's kind of like I kind of feel what the person is feeling, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know that sounds kind of strange, but that's exactly what it feels like to me. Yeah. Anyways, I thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your words of encouragement. Sister Rosa, I love you very much, and yeah, thank you so much. Sometimes, Sister Rosa, you chime in at a point that I really need it. I want you to know that Sister Rosa, you guys, is the real deal. Yes, she is. Love her. Anyways, I will see you guys on my next video, okay? I may do something live, I'm not really sure, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and send others my way. I would be grateful for that. Don't mind me, I see something outside that window. I'll see you guys on another video, okay? Take good care of yourselves, all right? Please do.